Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, where we question the norm, challenge popular beliefs, and seek the truth behind the trends. Today, we're diving into the vibrant, bustling world of organic food, a realm cloaked in verdant hues, labels of purity, and the promise of healthier living. We see the term organic everywhere these days, don't we? On our fruits, our cereals, even our skincare. And it gives us this comforting feeling, doesn't it? We're making a better choice for our health, our family, the environment. But do we truly understand what organic means? Are we really getting all the benefits we believe we're paying for? Don't worry. You're not alone if you're a bit unsure. After all, it's a complex issue, filled with subtle nuances and not so obvious facts. And that's why we're here today. We're about to burst some organic bubbles, unravel some myths, and yes, uncover some surprising truths together. Remember, this isn't an attack on organic products, but rather, an exploration of facts that can empower us to make informed choices. So, let's take this journey of enlightenment together, shall we? Before we start, please remember to subscribe to our channel if you have not done so yet. This will help us to bring more organic content to you. So, let's start at the very beginning. What does organic actually mean? Some of us might think it simply means natural, pure, or healthier, right? But, in truth, it's more about how a product is produced, rather than what it contains. In the context of food, organic refers to the way agricultural products are grown and processed. It's regulated by specific laws and standards in many countries. For a food to be labeled organic, it must be free from synthetic additives like pesticides, chemical fertilizers, and dyes, and must not be processed using industrial solvents or irradiation. They also have to be grown on soil that had no prohibited substances applied for 3 years prior to harvest. When it comes to livestock, they must be raised in living conditions that accommodate their natural behavior, fed 100% organic feed, and not administered antibiotics or hormones. Quite detailed, isn't it? Organic isn't just a casual term but a label of farming and production practices. And here's the big revelation. Nowhere in this definition does it imply that organic food is intrinsically healthier, more nutritious, or safer. Shocking, isn't it? But don't worry. We're going to dig deeper into this together, dispelling some long-held organic myths. So, let's dive into our first myth. Organic food is always healthier. It's a belief held by many of us. After all, it's natural to think that food grown without chemicals and additives would be healthier, right? We choose organic apples over the regular ones, organic milk over the conventional, all under the perception that we're adding more nutrition to our diets. But here's the reality check. Multiple studies, including a large review in 2012 from Stanford University, have found that there's not much difference in the nutritional content of organic and non-organic foods. They analyzed hundreds of studies comparing the nutrients in organic and non-organic foods like fruits, vegetables, grains, poultry, meat, and eggs, and found no consistent differences in the vitamin content. The researchers concluded that eating organic foods can reduce your exposure to pesticides and antibiotic-resistant bacteria, but it's not necessarily healthier, in the sense of containing more vitamins and nutrients. The real nutrition comes from eating a diverse diet, full of fresh fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains, regardless of whether they're organically produced. So, if you've been stretching your budget thin to buy all things organic, hoping for a health boost, you might want to rethink. You're not alone in this misconception, and it's not your fault. We're bombarded with so much misleading information every day. But remember, being an informed consumer is the first step towards better health. On to our second myth. Organic means pesticide-free. It's a common assumption, isn't it? The organic aisle feels like a safe haven away from the harsh synthetic chemicals that we often associate with conventional farming. We look at the shiny, organic label and breathe a sigh of relief. No pesticides here, we think. But hold on. Is that really the case? Here comes the truth bomb. Organic doesn't mean pesticide-free. It's a shock, isn't it? While it's true that organic farming restricts the use of synthetic pesticides, it does permit the use of certain natural ones. These natural pesticides are derived from sources like plants, bacteria, and minerals. But here's the thing. Just because a pesticide is natural, it doesn't automatically make it harmless. Some natural pesticides can also have health and environmental implications. Plus, organic crops may need more of them because they're often less effective than synthetic ones. Again, it's not about stirring fear but about correcting misconceptions. Organic farming generally does use fewer and safer pesticides, but it's not pesticide-free. And that's okay. Our world isn't as black and white as organic equals good, and non-organic equals bad. We're here to understand these shades of gray together. Our journey continues to the third myth. Organic food is better for the environment. This is a compelling one, isn't it? After all, organic farming does use eco-friendly practices, like crop rotation, composting, and reduced usage of synthetic pesticides. So, we feel good about our organic purchases, believing we're doing our bit for the planet. But is the impact of organic farming on the environment as straightforward as we think? Let's uncover the truth. While it's true that organic farming practices can be more environmentally friendly, the picture isn't as rosy when we look at the bigger picture. Organic farming usually has lower yields than conventional farming. That means it requires more land to produce the same amount of food. And as we know, land is a finite resource. The conversion of wild areas to farmland is a major cause of biodiversity loss. So, the lower yields of organic farming can actually pose an environmental problem. Moreover, the environmental impact of farming isn't just about pesticide use. It's also about energy consumption, greenhouse gas emissions, and water use, among other things. And organic farming doesn't always score better in all these aspects. This isn't to discredit the environmental benefits of organic farming, but to remind us all that it's a complex issue with many variables. So, the next time you choose organic, remember that it's a small part of the puzzle, not the whole solution. And here we are, on the path to debunk our fourth myth. Organic automatically equals ethical. It's a comforting thought, isn't it? We imagine our organic food coming from small, local farms where workers are treated well and animals roam freely. But let's step back from this idyllic picture for a moment and look at the reality. The truth is, the organic label doesn't guarantee ethical practices. It's a certification about farming practices, not about how farm workers are treated or how a company conducts its business. Just like any other industry, organic farming can also involve large-scale operations with the same issues of worker exploitation, unfair wages, and poor working conditions. Moreover, the organic label doesn't always equate to animal welfare either. While organic standards require certain living conditions for animals, they don't necessarily ensure that animals have a good quality of life. And let's not forget the carbon footprint associated with organic foods that are transported over long distances. This might feel like a lot to digest. But it's crucial to understand that ethical practices go beyond a single label. If these issues matter to you, it's worth seeking out additional certifications that specifically address fair trade, animal welfare, or local production. Remember, our choices have the power to influence practices, but only when they're based on the full picture, not just attractive labels. And finally, we arrive at our fifth myth. All non-organic food is bad. It's a belief that's gained traction over the years, creating a divide between organic and non-organic, a chasm filled with guilt, fear, and confusion. We sometimes find ourselves feeling guilty or scared when reaching for non-organic products. But should we really feel this way? Here comes the truth. Non-organic doesn't automatically mean bad or unhealthy. Just as we've seen with organic food, the reality is more nuanced. Remember, the key to a healthy diet isn't whether it's organic or not, but whether it's varied, balanced, and rich in fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. Nutrition is far more than a single label. An apple, whether it's organic or not, is still a healthier snack than a bag of organic chips. A home-cooked meal with non-organic ingredients is still a better choice than an organic, ultra-processed meal. And let's not forget the matter of accessibility. Organic food often costs more and may not be available to everyone. Eating non-organic food doesn't mean you're harming your health or the environment. It's about doing the best with what you have, making informed choices, and prioritizing overall dietary patterns over individual choices. So, let's not stigmatize our choices, but learn, grow, and make the best decisions we can, armed with knowledge and understanding. We've debunked quite a few myths today, haven't we? But what does this all mean when it comes to our day-to-day grocery shopping? How do we navigate this complex landscape of organic and non-organic products? Let's discuss a few pointers to help you make informed decisions. First, verify the organic label. In many countries, there are strict regulations about what can be labeled organic. Look for official certification marks. Second, don't be fooled by words like natural, free range, or hormone-free. They don't mean the same as organic. If it matters to you, look for the certified organic label. Third, prioritize. If budget is a concern, consider buying organic when it comes to the dirty dozen, the produce most likely to be contaminated with pesticides. Fourth, remember to diversify. Organic or not, eating a wide variety of foods is the key to a healthy diet. And finally, think beyond just the organic label. If possible, consider factors like animal welfare, fair trade, and local produce, which can also impact the ethical and environmental footprint of your food. At the end of the day, it's about balance and making informed choices that align with your values, needs, and circumstances. Remember, no one choice makes or breaks a healthy lifestyle. As we come to the end of our journey today, I want you to remember that this isn't about choosing sides between organic and non-organic. It's about understanding that each has its place and that our choices should reflect our personal circumstances and values. Nutrition is a complex field, influenced by countless factors. A single label or category, like organic, can't capture this complexity. Your health is not just about whether you eat organic food. It's about the quality and diversity of your diet, your physical activity, your mental well-being, and so much more. Organic food has its benefits, and if it fits within your lifestyle and budget, by all means, include it in your diet. But it's not a magic bullet for health or environmental sustainability. Instead of worrying over every single food choice, let's focus on the bigger picture. Let's aim for balanced meals, rich in fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats. So, let's move forward from this discussion with a broader perspective, less guilt, and more knowledge. We're all on a journey to better health, and there's room for all of us, organic and non-organic eaters alike. Thank you for joining me today in debunking these organic health myths. Tell us more about other myths that you may have heard of. If you would like to know more about organic foods or general wellness and mindfulness, please subscribe and visit our channel for tons of content.